Okay, well, everyone, I thought, I never thought in my wildest dreams I would actually do a review, a movie review of this one. Holy shit. I never thought I would have to do a movie review of this one. Ever. Spoiler alert. There might be some spoilers in this. If you have not watched this movie, spoiler alert. There might be some spoilers. I have a lot to talk about this one. The question is, are you up for it? And do you want to hear it? And do you want to hear my thoughts about it? Mortal Kombat! Finish him! Liu Kang, Liu Kang, Raiden, Johnny Cage, Scorpion! Ba, 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 da, da. Welcome everyone, welcome to my review of That's Right, for the very first time, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I'm kidding. Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1. Oh my god. Get over here. Oh my god. This is the worst piece of shit of a movie I have ever seen. What the hell were they thinking? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, oh my god. First of all, they picked the right characters. They picked the right people and they picked the right characters for this movie. Okay? They actually had some characters in this movie that they never had in Mortal Kombat 1, the original Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Okay? And I'm gonna get to the to the final part. You remember on Mortal Kombat 1 where he said after they look like they're celebrating, and then all of a sudden it he says, "Bow to me." What is it? It's him. Who? And he says who he is. He tells him who he is. He's like, "You weak, pathetic fools! I come for your souls." I don't think so. And then they start going like this here, At the ending, they don't at all. Okay. First of all, Johnny Cage is not in this movie at all. Okay. They at the end they show and he's going to go fight his. And the guy talked to him about fighting again, and he said, "No, I gave up on fighting. You're not gonna fight no more." No, I'm. So what are you doing? And this and that. He's like, "I'm headed to Hollywood." And then all of a sudden, he said, "What's in Hollywood?" Not what, who. And then he gives his bag and his family, and he leaves. Scorpion, he leaves. And then all of a sudden, they show a poster. Okay, they don't show his body. They show from his stomach halfway down to his legs. They show his belt buckle, and it says Johnny Cage, and that's all they show. And then it ends. Okay. Kung Lao is on the movie. Cabal, I think his name is Cabal or Smoke, whatever the hell his name is. He's on it. Scorpion is in it. Sub-Zero in it, duh. Jax is in it. Kano is in it. Let me tell you something right now, okay? For Sonya, for Jax, for Liu Kang, for Raiden, for all the characters that was in Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat 1, they did a fucking fantastic job. They picked the right people for this new Mortal Kombat movie. Oh my god, and not Johnny Cage, but Sonya, oh my god. Oh, she is a smoking hot woman. I'm telling you, she is smoking hot. And she looked like the way she was talking to Scorpion, she looks like she was flirting with him until she found out, and she asked him who the picture was, who was in that picture, you know, and it was in his phone, and he showed her the picture, and he told him that was his family, his wife and his daughter, and she said they're lucky, and then she looks at him like, damn, I wish I was your wife. I'd be getting me some every night. You know, that's the way she looked at him. Okay, if you watch the movie, you may think different about it, you know, different opinions about what I said, but to me, that's the way she looked at him. You know, it was kind of in love with him, and they wanted to get in powers, okay? They wanted to get in powers. Kano gets his powers by how they get their powers now. They train. They're training to get their powers and everything because they have a mark on them, and whenever they have a mark on them, they think it's from as a birthmark, but they find out it's not a birthmark. And that birthmark means they've been chosen. And the music in this movie is top notch. It is very good, very outstanding. The way they did it, and I will say this, I did love Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, it was okay. It could have been better, you know, but especially after what they did to Johnny Cage, you know, on part 2, it could have been better, but part 1, the original part 1 of Mortal Kombat was really good because I watched it multiple times, so many times, I don't know how many, probably hundreds of times, you know, and it was a good movie, okay? But this movie, Mortal Kombat, is a fucking badass movie, okay? On Mortal Kombat, if you think Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat, is a badass, and they showed a lot of things on there, guess again. This one, they did not hold anything back. It is fucking gruesome. It's just like the game of Mortal Kombat, all the Mortal Kombat games that you play, and all of a sudden, the fatalities, the brutalities, ripping people in half, splitting them split them in half. Um, Kung Lao sit here having throwing his hat in the ground and have look like a saw going like this here, and have that girl flying right here and flying right towards it and splitting her in half. Having Scorpion go up and take that thing and cut him in the stomach, open his stomach up, and all of a sudden his intestines fall right out and everything. Chopping his arm off, putting his thing, his blade right through his fucking head. Jack's going up and smashing the guy. I'm not gonna say what he did. You know, it's too brutal. But let's just say the guy lost his head. Put it that way. Because of what Jax did. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, ripping Jax's arm off, freezing his arm, and then ripping it off. Made it look like he killed him, which he didn't. He didn't, but it was so brutally disgusting. Now, in the original Mortal Kombat movie, Sonya is fighting Kano. And then he sits there and says, and by the way, that's my refrigerator if you heard that. He goes up and says, "Oh, come on, sweetheart, give me a break." She says, "Okay." Kills him. Right there. This movie, she does it later. He goes up, it looks like he's business killer, you know, because the way he got a hold of her. And then she grabs that nun, or a troll, no, it's a troll doll, looks like a troll doll that's in the yard. She grabs a hold of it, and that thing is like, has their arms out like this here. And he spit on that troll's hand, and later on in the movie, okay? So what she does, she takes that troll and hits him right in the fucking eyeball, right here in the eyeball, and kills him right there. And then when she does, he loses that chosen badge thing of a dragon. It leaves him, and it goes on to her, and then it makes her the chosen one, which means she gets powers. It makes her get powers and everything. Brutal, disgusting. If you like Mortal Kombat movies, well, excuse me, let me rephrase it. If you love Mortal Kombat games, especially that new Mortal Kombat 11 movie and Mortal Kombat 11 game, how brutal it is, how disgusting it is, fatalities, brutalities, all that shit. Oh my God. The only people they don't show is Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn, ruler of Outworld, is not in there. Is not in here on this movie at all. Okay, he don't show up at the end of it at all either. It's like I'm thinking it's like what they built to me. What they're trying to do is they're trying to refix and remaster, rebuild Mortal Kombat 1, the first Mortal Kombat, original Mortal Kombat. I think they're trying to rebuild it and refix it and everything. Make it way better. And also, you remember that guy that has a forearm, and where Johnny Cage goes off and does a split and pops in, punches him right in the balls. And that's him. He gets killed when Scorpion goes up and rips his chops his hand off, open and cutting to where his inside comes out, you know, and then he takes a look like a pole and shove it right through his face, right up in here. It is gruesome, okay? And then also on Liu Kang. You remember how Liu Kang was original Mortal Kombat 1, where Liu Kang was sitting there fighting Reptile when he's like, well, guess what? They did that. They had him actually to do that with somebody else, and I forgot who it was that he was doing that with, but I think it was Smoke. I think I could be wrong, but it could be Smoke or Cabal or I don't know who the hell it was, but it was a guy. It was one of them. He was like going like this, you know, and did all that, you know, just like he did with Reptile, you know, on part 1. Freaking awesome. And then and then all of a sudden he sits there and says, and Liu Kang actually goes off and does that thing. Would look like a dragon thing. He actually has a fire dragon, come out and bite him and kill him that way. Brutal, totally brutal, sick. Scorpion, where he sits there and it's like rips his face off and shows the skull and he says, and blows the fire out of his mouth. On here, he doesn't. He has a hood. He takes his mask off, and all of a sudden, his all they hear is all red and everything. Looks like it's all fire and everything. And he just sits here and he just spits fire all over Sub-Zero and kills him right there. I mean, instantly kills him, and sets Scorpion's family free. And I'm telling you, oh man, this movie, I paid for this movie $22. I think it was somewhere around $20 or something like that. Okay, at my local Walmart. Okay. Now, I have the digital code and I was using it. Redneck Nation Roberts, you ain't got to worry about buying this movie. Because when you come over, because when you and your husband do come over here to visit, you are getting 2 movies. Okay? You are getting 2 movies. You're getting this movie here, and you're getting Mortal Kombat. Okay? I don't want to hear no F or buts about it. I don't want to hear no arguing. Both of these movies are yours. Both of these movies are yours. Okay? And I don't want to hear it. Okay? I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to tell me, oh, Dragon, you don't have to do that. No. I know I don't have to. But I am doing it. Okay? You've done a lot for me, and I'm doing a lot for you, okay? I'm doing that for you to show my appreciation to you and show you I care and I love you, okay? That's the only reason why I'm doing it for, okay? You're a good friend of mine, and that's why I'm doing it, okay? If you was pain in the ass. If you was a pain in the ass, if you was a bitch, and I hated you, I wouldn't talk to you. I wouldn't have nothing to do with you. I wouldn't even give you these movies, okay? You're not nothing like that, okay? Well, I just said you're nothing like that. You're a good friend, okay? And so, this movie, I definitely recommend either you rent the movie, if you ain't got the money to buy it, rent it, or if you have the movie, I strongly recommend you buying the movie. I know some people out there are probably shitting all over this movie saying, oh my god, it's the worst movie ever. I don't care what anybody thinks. They have their opinion and I have mine. This movie, don't get me wrong. I loved Mortal Kombat 1. The original Mortal Kombat 1. And I'll keep on watching if I have to. I don't care because it's that good. Okay? But what they did on this new Mortal Kombat movie was top notch. It was way fucking better. Gruesome. Brutal. Oh my god. It was so gruesome. So, what am I giving this movie? I'm giving this movie 5 stars. 2 thumbs way the hell up. Because the combat in this movie is way off the charts. Top fucking notch. They did a damn great job on it. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs way the hell up. And this may come as a shock to y'all. Okay? This may come as a shock to y'all. I'm giving this movie a grand, solid 10 out of 10. I fucking loved it. And I was listening, using my PS4 headphones that I do when I play my game, and I was listening to I got surround sound in it when it comes to games or movies. And I had it blasting. I nearly lost my hearing because of it. It is that fucking good. Okay? That damn good. There are right now. They are flying off the damn shelf right now. People are buying it right now like crazy. Okay, I am not kidding. They had 3 on the shelves, and I went and grabbed one. They had 1, and by the time I came back up the electronics, they only had 1 on the shelf left. That's how bad it is. That's how great it is. It is that good. You will not be disappointed in this movie. Okay? Yes, I will say this. Yes, they changed a lot in this movie, Mortal Kombat movie, compared to the original movie, Mortal Kombat. But the Rome and the Outworld. The Outworld on the original Mortal Kombat looks pretty cool, you know. But this one here looks way sicker. The Outworld on this new Mortal Kombat movie, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, 10 out of 10. I loved it. I loved what they did in this movie. And especially when Shang Tsung was taking souls from people on this movie. Damn good. CGI, great. I loved it, every bit of it. Thank you all for watching this review. And if you like what you see, leave your comments on this video. Let me know what you think if you like this video. If you like my review, if you like what you heard, and my thoughts, and if you did like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a wonderful night. Dragon Souls, signing out. I love this movie. Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun. Finish him.